There is a real scary plague out there called cancer. Today, I want to talk about the falling Western modern medical system of treating cancer and how you can go against it. This is food for thought. Let's roll. What up, everybody? Today we're talking about cancer. It's really running rampant, especially now. And I am someone that lost someone to cancer, and just recently, another person that's important to me got diagnosed with cancer. And if you're dealing with this, I just want you to really think about this logically. What is the protocol of all these doctors of diagnosing cancer? Just really give this a good thought. A person is living semi-healthy, whatever. They go to the doctor, they do a biopsy, which you should never allow anyone to do a biopsy, because this is exactly how they enhance the cancerous cell growth. But that's besides the point. They start this process by doing this biopsy, by injecting you with something, by taking a piece of something out of you using metal objects, which is detrimental. It should never be done. And the doctor sits you down and says, look, buddy, you have cancer. You have to do, chemotherapy or hormonal treatment or something, because we don't know what's going to happen. So all of a sudden in your head, the process starts. You walked into that doctor's office semi-healthy, you're walking out sick. And what is the second thing that they do? They are most likely going to give you some sort of a medication, a heavy medication, painkillers. So now your body that was fighting with rampant cancerous cell growth is now being attacked on other fronts. And now you're becoming hooked to some other medication that's not curing anything. It's just tricking you into thinking you don't have pain. And in the next couple of weeks, now you're hooked on opioids. And we know how that goes. We know how some people start with painkillers and in 6 months, they're out on the street offering you sexual services, because it's that serious. That's why no one should be judged that is hooked to heroin or anything like that, because that opioids are that strong. So now you were semi-healthy. Now you're sick. You're being attacked on all these different fronts. You're sitting home. You are physically and mentally depressed, because that's what painkillers do to you. You are down. You no longer want to do anything. And again, instead of your organism fighting with one thing, it's now fighting another thing. A possibility of liver failure and everything like that. And you're getting sicker and sicker and sicker at a much faster rate. And there's a whole other way of going about this. There's a wonderful doctor out there, a German doctor, a natural medicine doctor, Dr. Caldwell. He has written a book called The Only Answer to Cancer. There's an audio book. It's about 10 hours long. And what makes this doctor different from everyone else is that he actually had cancer in his family for so long that when he was a teenager, he was already being prepared to have cancer, until one day he said to himself, look, I can't just give in to what my genetics are saying. I have to fight against this. And he fought against it and he beat it and he never had cancer. And he has a way of going about this naturally, because all of us have cancer cells. It's just that some are malignant and some are lesions and other tumors and everything like that. But all of this can be treated naturally if you actually give it a fight. If you don't just surrender your life to a doctor, to a medical system that has failed. I've been to these cancer centers, to some of the best cancer centers in the world, and they have children walking around with no hair, depressed. I'm talking about physically depressed. They can barely walk. They're being wheelchaired around, man. And I want you to, if God forbid you have come across this or you know someone, go check out that book. I'm not sponsored by the guy or anything, but I have studied this intensively, and I'll be the first one to tell you that you can at least give it a fight, because even such things as chemotherapy, think about it logically. When you're going into chemotherapy, they don't let you know this, but as soon as you even do one seance of chemotherapy, your organs are no longer eligible to be a donor one day. Think about this. And then as soon as you do this chemotherapy, they put a timeline on you. They say, look, you might be around from 3 to 7 years. And it devastates people. Chemotherapy is extraordinarily hard to go through. It's excruciating pain, while you could have been fighting this your own natural way. And yeah, you might go out in 3 months, or you might live for the next 50 years, because these cases are out there of people fighting it and living. Dr. Coldwell has a success rate of like 90,000 people that have not gone into remission but have actually been cured. If you're questioning this, you have to question the medical system, because the way they are treating these sicknesses and disease hasn't changed ever since World War II. The technology has gotten better, but the process has not. They're not moving forward. And think about it logically. Your organism is being attacked, while they give you medication that doesn't cure anything, but only makes your organism being attacked on a whole other front, which is devastating. I pray that you never come across this, but it's a huge thing. It's running rampant in the world right now. This is a serious issue. I wish all of you good health, good spirits. Thank you for being here. Huge shout out to Romaniya Poet, to my brother Jim Dillinger. Look out for Prove to Me That You're Alive podcast. They're coming. Soul Seek Journal is out there. Vegan Sized. There's a lot of things going on right now. I love all of you, man. Look out for yourself and look out for your loved ones. All right? Uno.